Hello and welcome to Cherry Hills. We are here on the farm. We're actually just outside our distribution centre, and as you can see, we've got a lot of pallets on the actual pads. We kind of take a look around. We're slowly filling up. We've added a couple of new things to the distribution centre since our last episode. We've added charcoal and honey. As you see as well, we've also got some wood pallets in the thing. This is the arrangement we set up, so the pallets basically stack up there and thing. I don't think we got to see it last time because this was empty. However, that's that. It's up and running, and it's running quite nicely. So yeah, there we have it. The distribution centre's chugging along quite nicely and essentially racking up stuff. And we are quite happily working through stuff. So that is running, and it's running, as I say, quite well. We have a few little things we need to get on with. So I started spreading this field a couple of days ago actually, and it kind of messed up. And I didn't get it finished, so we need to restart this just to account for the fact that sometimes crazy things happen with workers. I'm starting from the far corner, and the workers just not wanting to play with us today. This basically we need. There we go, that's better. So basically what happened was it kind of I was running the plow in parallel to the something hasn't finished. I was running the plow in parallel to the spreader, and they crashed. And in the process of crashing, it all messed up, so kind of had to reset things. We will kind of revisit that shortly. We do have a bunch of trees on the end here, which are causing issues on field 2. So I think I might have to do some tree pruning here. Ooh, too far. Kind of want to get this out of the way so it doesn't interrupt. So yes, there's a few trees along this line here which are kind of getting in the way. So we want to kind of remove them at some point. I might grab the piston billet at some point and do that. But yeah, that's kind of an awkward little situation we've got there, so we've got those to do. The pressing need actually for today is this guy here. We do need to get this started. We do need to get the trying to actually see. Oh, there it is. Need to get this field started, so we are going to kind of begin the work. Right, I'm trying to think which is the best way to do this. Yes, we need to do the square this way. So let's unfold and let's kind of get the cultivator laid out, lowered, and actually off we go. So this is our Big Bud pack cultivator, the big 24-meter one. We are going to do a square because essentially this is headland time, top and bottom. So I'll run across, down and across, and then we will let the helper take over from that point onwards. This guy is basically running on our nice little Challenger, super powered Challenger that we've got. So it is not an issue in terms of power. We have to say we've got a few jobs that need doing. We want to get this started. It's a little bit late in the actual farm day to actually kind of do this one, but we might as well. We have field 5 to prepare, so field 3 is in need of preparing. Field 1, I can't remember if I need to check that. Pretty sure field 1 needs I think it needs seeding actually. I don't think it needs any fertilizer on it. So we need to set up field 1 because that's a seeding job. So we'll do some seed. We won't do seeding in this episode. So field 1's needs to be seeded. Field 3 and 5 need preparation, so we need to fertilize and we need to cultivate. We'll go to here, by the way, and what else? We need to do. Let's get this guy in the right place. We move that across a bit. Actually, it doesn't matter because we're going to do this bit as well. So, okay. So we need to do field 1, field 3. We also need to kind of finish off field 2, but that's kind of waiting on the manure spread so we can do the ploughing. Once that's done, that's done. We have a few other jobs to do. All the production's sort of running and chugging along nicely. We do need to clear out our Savapa stuff. They need emptying out and everything else. Digesters probably need checking out as well. Now, we will be taking some money off of this farm in the next day or so because we're going to be starting our new series. Now, by the time you actually probably see this will have already happened because I planned to release it on Sunday, which is in a few days' time. Now we're basically going to use a new map. So the new map is actually going to be the Snetterton's farm map that essentially Stevie is going to make public in a few days. By the time you see this episode, we'll have probably released that series. And I will explain in there in the kind of prelim episode that I'll do. We're going to take some money from this farm to start up that farm. Probably going to take about 15 million, maybe 10 to 15 million. I'm not sure exactly how much. That's for equipment and purchasing of fields. We are going to be running seasons mod on that map. We are going to be doing a little bit more. We are still going to be using some unrealistic equipment, but we will essentially be kind of following that seasons approach. The map, I've done a review already. You'll, again, by the time you see this, the review will have been up a few days. That review was done early of the release. They had a sneak preview of the map, kind enough to be given early access by Stevie to allow us to kind of do a review, and that's already got published and it's out there as it were already. And we will be taking that that map and using it for seasons for the next series. So it's going to be a season. I say it's going to be a seasons-based series. I will basically, although we will be following seasons with it, we will not be completely, totally, realistic. Not sticking to the massively realistic stuff. It's just not going to work for me. I don't play this game for that kind of totally realistic, but I'm going to be a little bit more stringent, as it were. I haven't decided if I'm going to place the map on a multiplayer server or not yet. That I think the first few episodes will be single player. The multiplayer map will basically, it might end up in a multiplayer server so we can run it for long periods, as we do with this, because of the time we run it at real time. I will be, and again you'll see this when we launch the map, the series. It will be a 3-day season. I've been looking at the seasons mod and I've come to the conclusion the best setting for a let's play is basically a 3-day season. Everyone else that I've seen that does let's plays with a season modded map, they do 3-day season. I think it's because basically it just takes too long otherwise to trickle the seasons when you're kind of doing that sort of thing. It isn't particularly conducive, as it were, to entertaining content. When we play with the indicator we've got here, I think it actually does do essentially a 3-day season, but of course we're not bound by the season rules as you are with the seasons mod. So that is the difference. So that is something to note. We will probably be using American vehicles on that map. Again, you'll be seeing this late, unless I release this one early and rejig some of my releases. The seasons mod will basically be kind of governing a lot of what we do, and but also we're going to be going with an American map. It is an American location, I think, in a sense, but it is a fictional location. So we will basically see how that goes. We have lots of map reviews coming out as well in the next week or so. So that is good as well. So I'm trying to being a bit of a pain for me. This plow is really good and useful, but it's an absolute ball ache to use. Really is. It's so big and unwieldy. It doesn't move at all. Has significant movement issues, as it were. I'm turning, but I'm not turning. That's what's really annoying about this thing. It just upsets the turning circle so much. Okay, so let's just check we are good. Yep. Okay, let's set the helper off and let the helper do all the work. So yeah, we're basically doing this field now. We've got all the helper going, so there we are. Let's just check on the spreader over here. There we are, it's good. Leave that to it. This field, if memory serves, has already had fertilizer placed on it. Yes, so we just need to cultivate it to turn that in. We have, so one of the things we've done, by the way, is we have and I'm not 100% sure this has actually worked. So we merged 2 and 19, a little bit of 19, and I am just not 100% certain that the separation has occurred between 2 and 19 when we've kind of done the roller. I really don't know. It just, for me, just don't think it's actually done the roller. I have gone over this with the roller. You can see where I've actually gone over this. But this is the old field. You know what I'm going to do? Let's take this down to the bottom of the field. It's quite a huge field, this. It's going to be a good one for harvesting, I think. It's going to be a challenge to harvest this field. It's so big. Way bigger than 3 in width. It's just such an interesting field. Kind of what I want to do is I want to just set the do I want to set the plow off? I'm going to leave the plow. I would definitely we're going to test this because I've got a feeling there's going to be issues with that bottom part. But we'll see. We will see. I am going to plow that sec. If it doesn't work, I will essentially cultivate that edge. I am not going to set the plow off just yet because I do not want it to run into the other one. But we're going to leave that here. for the moment. One of the things I am thinking of doing is I have a lot of equipment which I kind of just park in front of the nursery down there. Now I've got this nice big flat space here. I'm thinking of actually dropping down a placeable or two, a little placeable shed here, so we can basically act as a little yard for the vehicles down at this end of the field. Okay, so what do we need to do? So this is going on here. This is prepared. This is prepared. Let's oh, actually that's the thought. We needed and I remember one of these. I can't remember if it's this one here. We just grab this. I need the hood. Yes, this one definitely needs wood. Does this one as well? Oh, that's good. That's good. That's got 100,000. Okay, so we've got a logging trailer somewhere over here, I think. There we are. So let's just grab our log trailer. Take him off this yard. And just get myself caught on that. Can't believe that. Okay, I'm trying to remember where we are. How far are we from field 1? This is a really bad turn, by the way. We shouldn't be driving through the thing, but it's a really sharp turn. Some trailers have trouble with it. Okay, so we're going to take this down to our little log pile, pick up some wood. We've got a couple of log piles actually, to be fair. So we are going to go to, let's go to the one at the nursery, which is probably the bigger one of the two actually, but it's been there the longest as well. It's actually quite a famous lot of things. It's our very first set of field reshaping that came from. It's one of the reasons why we built the specialist wood products mill. That basically I just took everything to with a huge capacity because, oops, wrong turn. Oh well. Is basically I didn't want to have stacks of this stuff all over the map because there's just too much. Right, we want right side for auto load. Turn that on. Just didn't want to have so much wood around. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and load from the left side here because I kind of want to get bit of an even distribution really. That's a little bit too much. This is probably going to fall over. I am kind of going to be cheeky, and I'm going to go this way. I'm not going to go on the road. I don't want to fall over, so I'm going to kind of gently. I don't want to do that, you see. We've got a lot of wood on here, and the angle. Some of this wood is insanely silly. Basically, I'm kind of going to go. Try not to run into anything that's basically doing any field work. So I don't want to basically tip over. That is what I'm trying to avoid. So hence the semi direct route, and not via the roads. There's too many corners on the roads. So we are going to joinery. So we need to avoid the cell point there. And I think it doesn't make it in here. We'll go to the other. There we go. That was a close call, as it were. Didn't want to basically fall over. There's a couple of hairy moments there. At least now with that guy, we've got him pretty much set. Gonna apart this guy here actually. Not that in the way there. And yeah. So everything on the farm is ticking along kind of nicely now. We've got lots of stuff going on. We need some more empty parts up at the charcoal plant, so we're going to collect some more from here. We are preparing the fields, and that's ongoing. This guy is kind of happily going along. You can see here that basically the trees do get in the way. I am actually probably going to have to. It's going to be an interesting one when it comes to ploughing, cultivating with the big cultivator, because it's big. Yeah, this is going to be an intriguing one when it comes to ongoing work on it. So we are going to finish up this episode here, I think. So we are preparing our field 2 ready for your first use. It's taking a little bit of time getting it ready. It does require a bit of work. We will be setting off a new series in the next few days, which essentially will be recorded and released on the day, essentially, the planned release of the new Setterton's Farm map by Stevie. We will be using that map for our new seasons-based series. We will also be I think we might end the American Outback map. I'm not sure. We will see how the new series goes. We'll try and run 3. Be very difficult, I think, and we will have a whole bunch of other stuff going on. So thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed today's episode, I'm sorry it's been a little bit all over the place, but we've got lots of little jobs to do and try to get a few of them done. But we kept with the general theme, that is field work. And so if you like the episode, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of this series and our new series that we're going to do on the Snetterton's farm map and American Outback, please subscribe to the channel. We will have more stuff coming in the next few days. Lots of stuff. And thank you all for watching. Have a great day and see you guys next time.